Hi guys, my name is Ryan Lanteigne. I'm a judge with Formula Drift, and I also judge Formula Drift Japan, and I'm here at Super Drift Brazil, helping to train your judges and judge the competitions that you have here as well. I started drifting in 2006. We started the Canadian series in 2004. I helped a friend of mine start the series, and from 2006, I had a Skyline GTST, started drifting a little bit on some tracks near Montreal where I lived, and I started competing in 2008 for BF Goodrich. I lost my sponsorship in 2010, so I started judging in Canada. 2011, I started judging in Formula Drift USA, and I've been judging in Formula Drift USA since then. And now I get to travel around the world and judge in different series, just like this, here in Brazil. So some of the countries I've visited for judging, I've been to Dominican Republic, Brazil of course, Peru, Qatar, I've been to Belarus, Russia, Latvia, Japan, did I say Qatar yet? Australia, Thailand, so I've been quite a few places, and I hope to make it more in the future. It's a lot of fun traveling around and meeting all the great people and seeing all the different drifting series and drivers all over the world. So in the Formula Drift style of judging, we have three criteria: line, angle, and style. Line and angle are worth 30 points each, and then style is worth 40 points. So that's your total of 100 points. And style is broken down into two criteria, and that's fluidity and commitment. Fluidity deals with the rotation of the car in its own axis, so how well the car rotates, how smooth it is, how accurate it is. So if the driver gets to angle, did they get the right amount of angle? Or did they over-rotate and they had to pull some angle out? Or did they not put enough angle and have to put more in? Commitment deals with the forward momentum of the vehicle. So how well a driver is using the momentum to get out to the outside zones to fill the entire course. Line is worth 30 points. Typically, we try to break the track up into 6 different sections that we will score at 5 points each, trying to get that 30-point total. Line, we're looking for how well the driver goes to the outside zones and gets to the inside clips as we lay them out on the course. The drivers that are able to get to those inside clips and outside zones will get a higher score. Another one of the judging criteria is angle, also worth 30 points. Typically, we'll judge the same line spots as angle spots on a track. And at the same time, we're going to be looking for the drivers to have the maximum amount of angle at each of those scored areas. So 5 points, 6 scored areas gives us those 30 points. We want the drivers to maintain angle through all of these areas without slowing down too much. We also want them to not go too fast and not have enough angle. He's loud too. The third judging criteria is style. Style is worth a total of 40 points, which is broken down into fluidity and commitment. Fluidity and commitment are both worth 20 points each. Fluidity deals with how the car rotates on its own axis. So as it's going down the track and transitioning, how well, how smooth, how fast, how accurate are those transitions. It also deals with commitment. Commitment is how well the driver uses the momentum of the vehicle, the throttle, and the overall speed to get through the entire course. Fill all the zones, get to all the clips. You don't want to see a lot of handbrake pulls or throttle lifts. You want to see a lot of throttle usage and carrying that momentum all the way through the track. In a tandem competition, the lead car is supposed to run as close to a 100-point qualifying lap as possible. They have lead goals that they have to achieve. They need to hit all the zones, all the clips, maintain good angle, and pace throughout the entire course. The judges will be looking at any compromises that the lead driver makes in the lead position. If they're offline, they have low angle, or they're not transitioning well, maybe they transition late. All of those things can be considered compromises and are errors. Now the chase car has responsibilities as well. The chase car needs to stay as close to the lead car as possible, so maintain proximity throughout the entire run. So if the lead car goes a little bit offline, the chase car should too. So we will judge how well the chase car mimics, follows, and imitates what that lead car is doing throughout the entire run. In tandem, there are no scores. It's just who does a better job in the lead and who does a better job in the chase. So we'll compare lead run to lead run, chase run to chase run, and that will give us the winner of the battle. So in this run, you can see that the lead driver has a poor initiation. As the car gets to angle, he pulls a little bit of it out and has to reinitiate a second time. Not ideal from the lead driver's perspective. As he's going around the first corner, you can see outside zone 1, marked on the pavement, a yellow box. The driver does not get close to the box, which is not what we're supposed to do. That lead driver is supposed to be up with the back of their car in that box. Also, his angle isn't ideal. He should have more angle through that first corner while getting into those outside zones. In this tandem battle, watch the lead driver as they get to angle and drive the car all the way up to that first box. They're getting very close to the wall here, which is what they're supposed to do in the lead position. Unfortunately, you can see by the time they get to that second box, they are not filling it. They dropped down a little bit and didn't get all the way up to the wall. But they started off very, very strong, and near the end of the track, they did go nice and wide at the finish line, which is what we were looking for. So they did a great job in that area as well. So watching this run, you can see how the lead driver is using the momentum in the vehicle, no handbrake pulls, to get all the way out to the outside zone. The car is settled, no corrections on steering, nice and fluid around that tight little horseshoe, gets back on throttle, and no corrections. The car is really settled, it looks good, it's rotating well. So from the style and fluidity, commitment portion of the judging criteria, it is a good run. The lead driver's offline, but the chase driver is still following him even though he's offline. So you can see that he's mimicking his line, his angle. Watch the transition here, how the mimic is beautiful. Look, it's like they're in sync, right? They're moving together, and he follows him all the way to the finish line, even though the lead driver wasn't following. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something about judging at Super Drift Brazil. If you have any questions or comments, put them below. We'll try to get them answered for you. We'll get the information out if we can get it to you as soon as possible. I hope to see you again at the next video and at the next Super Drift Brazil event.